welcome to this distance Reiki session. For today's session, you are lying on our massage table or Reiki table, and we are going to be doing this session with the focus on motivation. So before we begin, I just want to make sure that you're nice and comfortable. It's a rainy day here, so I have this nice soft blanket, but if you'd like, I can go and get another blanket. Sometimes it's nice just to have a little bit more weight. Would you like that? Okay, great. So I'm just gonna pop over here, grab a nice little quilt, and while I'm gone, maybe you can start by making any adjustments, wiggling your toes, and taking a few deep, rejuvenating breaths. Okay. Today's video is sponsored by Babbel, the #1 language learning app in the world. As many of you know, I've been using Babbel for a while now, and initially I wanted to connect to my Swedish roots, but over time I've realized how helpful it has been for my mental health too. It helps improve cognitive functions and memory, and is proven to get you speaking a new language in 3 weeks. My all-time favorite part is that I can feel productive, curled up in bed, cuddling my dog. Right now they are offering you 6 months free when you sign up for 6 months. So, if you've been wanting to learn a new language, this is a great motivation to start. Head down to the link in the description box to sign up. Back to the video. Okay, we have quite a colorful quilt here. I got this when I was in India. So it has nice, vibrant colors and a nice, vibrant energy. I think this will help us with our theme today, giving you a boost of motivation and inspiration. Throughout our session, feel free to adjust as much as is comfortable. Grumbly tummies and gurgly throat sounds are really natural in these sessions. When we start to get some of this energy moving that might have been stagnant or held for a while, there can sometimes be some residual bubbles, so it's not a problem at all. just a little extra weight kind of on your torso. Are your feet warm enough? Okay, good. Let me grab my selenite wand and we'll begin doing a bit of energetic clearing. So I'm going to start at your crown and we're going to move down. This is the selenite wand. I love using these for clearing any energy that you may be bringing into the session that you might want to just kind of leave at the door. With all of this energy work, you can always pick up any of these things on your way out. You're only releasing what you would like to offer up to release. And you're only releasing what's not in service of your highest self. So not to worry, we're not stripping anything away. So we're rather just kind of seeing what's here to be cleared. Okay, great. So starting at the crown and moving all the way down to your toes. Just here at the crown. Doing a little bit of a scan when we do this as well to see if there are any areas that might need a little bit extra TLC. I can already hear some grumbles happening. Okay. So right off the bat, I'm just noticing something going on in the heart center and then maybe in the roots, specifically on your right side. So kind of getting some energy in the right hip here. I'd love to hear if that resonates with you. Anything held in the chest or the heart center? Anything that feels blocked or tense maybe here? Lovely. I have this spray. And we're just going to kind of spritz through your aura. This has, it's pretty potent, right? It has cedarwood and tea tree. Probably one of my favorite combinations. Here. can even smell it with just the nozzle on. Okay, above your head. Just going to be spraying down your body. The mist will kind of cascade down, but I'm not getting you wet or anything. So if you're open to it, when I spray, if you want to just take a gentle inhale. Should be subtle and light. So the tea tree is really nice for invigorating your energy, and the cedar wood is great to help us ground. So I think it's a really powerful combination. You could kind of treat most menthols in that way. Things like eucalyptus or rosemary, if you wanted to pair that with something a bit earthier, like, a pine smell, as long as it's not too doesn't smell like chemicals, but like a natural pine smell or something like that. Any tree essence might be nice. Palo Santo could be nice. Black spruce, actually, that would probably be really nice. Some kind of rosemary, mint, kind of menthol combined or paired with a black spruce or a Douglas fir would be really, really nice, grounding and also invigorating. So now I'm just going to do a little bit of a scan, drawing the symbol in the palms of my hands before we begin. Okay. everything feels really balanced. It seems like you've been doing a lot of work. So, the right kind of work, a lot of this balancing for yourself. And doing some aligning work here, which is really great. I'm proud of you. So I'm sensing something in the throat. And like I said, maybe some pressure on the heart space and something in the root. So these are going to be the areas that we're going to focus on today. And we'll also be doing kind of a general clearing here. Sometimes to kind of clear the I was about to say the wobkebs, the cobwebs for these that might be preventing you from really acting in alignment when it comes to feeling motivated. Some of these cobwebs, we just need to kind of be aware of them, and then we can start doing the work to move through them. So with regards to a blockage in the throat chakra, it could really have to do with not feeling like you have agency over your voice, feeling like maybe some doubt when it comes to your voice, your ability to speak up for yourself, maybe some questioning in your ability to express yourself when it comes to this kind of motivation. Something like that. Expressing your creativity, expressing your authentic voice or something like that. That could be coming up. With regards to motivation in the heart space, there could just maybe be some judgment happening, either of yourself or a judgment of others that kind of makes you afraid to take action and be vulnerable. So we're going to send some love into the heart space, kind of encouraging you to open up and be vulnerable with this specific thing that you want to motivate to do. And then with a blockage in the root or the base chakra, that could be about a fear of being vulnerable. Could be a fear of failure, maybe even a fear of success. So there could also be something here with your home life, maybe. We often sort of deal with things like money and home, safety and security in the base or the root chakra. So maybe that's it. So we'll just provide some balance and alignment in these areas. And hopefully you'll be able to, for this new moon that we have, really step into some beautiful and powerful manifestations. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do just a little bit more clearing. I'm going to use incense today instead of sage. And then we'll get started. And as with all of these sessions, it's totally okay, natural, and even encouraged to maybe drift off to sleep a little bit. Alright, so let me grab that and I'll be right back. Just a little bit of sandalwood incense. I love this incense because it's very rich, but it doesn't feel overwhelming or perfumey. Gorgeous. Okay. Staying on the sandalwood train, just taking this, what is this, sandalwood and smoke candle, and using this to set our beautiful intention for this session. Now at this point, if you really wanted to kind of call to mind any aspects of motivation or any aspects of your life right now that you'd like to bring in alignment, that's totally fine. But when it comes to motivation, if there's a project or something that comes to the front of your mind when you hear the word motivation, we're gonna leave shame aside. So if there's something you've maybe been avoiding and the word motivation makes you think, why can't I do that? I haven't done that thing. We're letting that go. Just acknowledging that we all have that, and it doesn't really serve us to feel shame about that. But if there's a project that comes up where you think, oh yeah, that would be really nice to do that. I would love some motivation for that. So now just kind of calling to mind any of those projects, anything that might come up. Doesn't even have to be a project. Motivation to do something. One of you shared that you're on a kind of a health kick, and so anything like that. Okay. Learning a new language? Okay. Okay. So, on behalf of your highest, wisest, most empowered and aligned self, in loving comfort and perfect balance, I wish to conduct this distance Reiki session for motivating you, for inspiring you to follow your dreams, for breaking through any creative blockages, and perhaps moving through the shame that might be associated with procrastination. I will now leave this candle open for you to set your own intention, as long as it's in alignment with your and everyone else's wisest, most empowered selves. Okay, I'll place this over here. Just let it flicker away throughout our session. Now I'm going to run through with this amethyst. It's a little amethyst point, and fits really nicely in the palm of my hand. And it's a great one for kind of drawing any affirmations, drawing the symbols, which is what I'm going to use it for, kind of carving out any energy. So I'm going to draw these symbols about a foot away from your body. Okay. draw the activation symbol in the palms of your hands. Then I'll be placing a few stones there just to get stuff flowing. So, starting here with your left hand. Just going to grab your right hand, and if it's more comfortable to place your hands back under the blanket, that's fine. But first I'm going to place a few stones in your palms, okay? So I'm going to place this Kambaba jasper, very hefty stone. It's great. I love using this for flow. It sort of represents this Reiki energy. The flow here. And so I'm going to place this in your left hand, inviting in some flow into this space, movement, inviting in support. And then as an outward extension of this energy, I'm going to be placing this rhodonite in your other palm, sort of offering up and putting out compassion, empathy, love, the importance of that. So placing this here in your palm. Okay. Great. I'm going to begin with my version of the Reiki precepts. I adjust one of them slightly, a few of them slightly actually. But I'm going to be saying those now as I do one more little scan with my hands here. You can either allow these words to wash over you. If you so choose, you can repeat them either to yourself or aloud as well. Just for today, I will not act in anger. Just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will be honest. Just for today, I will be grateful. Just for today, I will be kind. So, I'm going to start by placing my hands on your hips. Now, if you're open to it, I would like to play around with inviting breath into this space. If you're unfamiliar with breathwork, that may seem kind of funny, but inviting in a sense of awareness, kind of using our breath to carve out that attention and awareness in our bodies. So again, if you're open to it, on your next comfortable inhale, after I'm done explaining, if you wanted to invite that inhale to travel as far down your body as possible, filling up the place where I'm embracing you here in the hips. So you can try now, just filling the space up, almost pushing my hands away with your breath. Sending that breath down into the hips. Just sort of an exercise of your imagination and your mind, carving that out in a dance with the breath of life here. And as you travel down into the hips, into this bowl at the base of your torso here, our base chakra, notice if that inhale encounters any hitches, anything that feels blocked or held. Sometimes for me it's kind of chest to throat for a moment till I can relax into it. But just maybe notice it could be in your solar plexus, in your chest. Could feel some tension in the back of your neck, maybe your shoulders. There could be, tension right from the get-go, starting here. So just inviting awareness into where these blockages might be and trying to invite a gentleness into that. Very good. Breathing into the hips and trying to ask yourself, does one hip or the other feel more tense or held? Maybe begin to ask yourself if any imagery comes up in this space as you're breathing into this area. There are different ways that our body connects and communicates with us. Our energy connects and communicates with us. So just making ourselves available to this type of communication, whether that's through imagery, you might have a word pop up in your mind. So taking inventory here, just seeing what messages there are. We don't have to analyze them right now, but just seeing if anything comes up. Gorgeous. I'm now connecting the heart space to the root or the base chakra. So just trying to provide some balance between these two spaces. Anything that has to do with judgment, inviting safety into that space, inviting love into a space of maybe anger or fear, inviting love there. Just connecting these two chakras. I'm noticing a little bit of resistance here. I'm gonna draw some symbols. So this this, I'm applying pressure, but it still should feel gentle. Great. So now I'm placing my hands on the heart center here. The candle is really talking here. So now if you wanted to take this opportunity to do that same breathing into the heart space here. So on your next comfortable inhale, breathing in and just seeing if you can bring the attention, using the breath almost as the water that's guiding the attention down into the heart center, maybe even lifting the chest as you inhale. Great. So do you feel any blockages here? Oh, yeah, it feels like things are starting to move a little bit. Do you feel any blockages here? Do you feel anything that's tense or tight in the chest? Yeah. Okay. Gorgeous. I'm now going to be connecting the heart center to the throat. So sending love to that place of expression, intermingling love and vulnerability, trusting the power of your voice, trusting the necessity of your voice. We need your voice in the world. Just know that you are loved just as you are. You're capable. You can express yourself. Now's the time. The universe will support you if you express your truth. Okay, great. I have a few stones that I'm going to place, starting with this blue lace agate. Just placing this right on the throat center there. Gorgeous. And now I'm placing this rose quartz right on your heart center. And I'm going to place this carnelian on your belly button. So in between the solar plexus and the sacral, inviting in kind of a balance between creativity and action here. So, would you mind just pointing at your belly button so that I can place it there? Okay, thank you. Is that right? Okay. Didn't want to go fumbling around for your belly button. Okay, thank you. I'm going to come through now with this black kyanite wing, and we're just going to sweep this energy down, sweep it down, and then I'm going to kind of twirl this energy at your feet and pull it out. So this is going to be about any of that shame that might be coming up. anything that feels the blockages that might have to do with my sense of self-worth is tied up with my motivation. When I don't tick off my to-do lists, I feel a great deal of shame and I feel like it was a day wasted. That's not true. Your worth is not based on your productivity. Your to-do list is not relevant to your sense of belonging, worth, value. You're amazing, just absolutely as you are. So we're now going to take this opportunity to kind of energetically see if we can offer any of that up to just be carved away. This could be quite emotional. So I'm going to come through with this kyanite wing. Kyanite wing. Kyanite wing. I love that word, kyanite. Kyanite. And I'm going to carve it down into your toes, and then we'll pull it out. Okay. It makes sense that you feel this way. We live in a society that praises productivity. So it makes sense, but we get to choose whether or not we believe what we're told in this way. So we're going to be acting and feeling motivated and inspired from a place that we decide, from a place of agency or divinity, but not because society tells us to be a good person we have to be exhausted and overworked. No. Okay, so sacral has got some stuff going on here. So maybe this is bringing up some emotions. Just bringing up some emotions here. There's something going on here in the sacral. Connecting here, the root to the crown. You are supported by the universe. You are supported by Mother Earth. You are held in this beautiful circle. Let it cradle you. Let it protect you. One hand on the sacral and the other right here on the third eye. Trust your intuition. Trust your gut. Trust yourself, my dear. Now, the throat and the solar plexus, balancing these two areas, inviting in the sort of action and confidence and self-worth of the solar plexus into our self-expression, communication, honesty, openness, truth. Connecting these two areas here. Now, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna kind of shimmy my hand under your back here. You don't have to move, I can do it. I'll just kind of lift up and move. Great. So placing my hand on your back and then my other hand on your heart center here. It's very natural to feel judgmental. It's very natural to feel judged, especially when we're making ourselves vulnerable. But we don't have to believe that these judgments mean anything about us. We don't have to identify with them. If you're open to it, we could try and see what they have to teach us. And then we can bid them merrily on their way. You don't have to believe everything you think. And you certainly don't have to believe everything someone else thinks. I know you know that. But we can know things and still do them, right? Okay. Just going to go through one more time with the selenite. See if there's anything else I need to clear. You're doing a great job. Once again, starting at the crown. So is there anything that you're planning on manifesting for this new moon? I hope you can join for the live stream for this new moon. But if you wanted to start kind of thinking about that, I'd love to hear about it. Maybe this can be a video that you return to after you've said that manifestation and planted those seeds to then really take action. Or maybe you're just here to hang out and relax, and that's fine too. I'm so glad you're here no matter what. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of the engagement you do on these videos. I've never sort of mentioned how important it is that those of you who like my videos, it really does help so much. And anytime you say that you're sharing them with friends, like that is just, first of all, like the ultimate compliment. And second of all, that really does help the channel, so thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I always forget to thank you for liking the videos. Thank you. Just moving down and clearing here. So I'm just going to clear the very bottom of your feet now, placing my hands on the top of your foot. Shouldn't tickle. And selenite is self-cleansing, so this energy doesn't get stuck in it, which is great. Now I'm brushing your energy upward, so we have this kind of invigorated energy to close off. But I'll try and stay quiet, so if you're using this to sleep, it won't affect that. But the energy is going upward now. Upward. Upward. Okay, great. You are divine. You are connected. You are expressive. You are loved. You are strong. You are creative, and you are emotionally balanced. You are safe. You are so safe, my dear. Fluffing your aura, creating a nice, thick, balanced aura here. Nice and protective. Because you're going to go out there and you're going to make your dreams come true. So we just want to make sure that you're nice and protected. You have this thick barrier around you, protecting you. Thank you so much for joining me. This was really fun. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or night. Until I see you again, be so well.